Welcome. I have a sheaf face a little bit because I just have in my mouth chocolate, but 99% chocolate, 99% of cocoa, and yeah. I was gonna say, why would you want to eat such a thing? It's not something, yeah, yeah. On the other hand, I got answer straight away for myself that I'm used to eating chocolate, which has like not even 40% of cocoa, white chocolate and milky chocolate, and there's a lot of sugar and sweet. And this I call chocolate, yeah. So yeah, why not? It's actually the cocoa taste. And if it's good chocolate, then you have the nice cocoa taste. It's bitter, no sweet at all, the 99%. I have 85, and these are sweet. These are also very nice, but I would like to try 90, but I could not find it in store. Yeah, but also interesting. Try 99%, but don't expect sweet at all. It's not sweet, but just enjoy the bitterness if you don't like it. For example, I love coffee. I said it before in previous videos. I love coffee by itself. Like I make, and for me, I have a mocha pot. So in the morning, I make for me just a coffee. It has like, I don't know, 30 or 40 milliliters. I have the small one for one portion. And I don't put any milk, any sugar, nothing. It's just coffee, and I love it. I try to buy always like very nice coffee. And I love bitter coffee. Once I've been in some coffee shop, there was not a coffee shop, it was more like a restaurant, like a kind of breakfast buffet restaurant, whatever, morning, also coffee, but desserts. Okay, it's like a coffee shop. And I had an espresso there, and the espresso was sour, and that was a time when I started drinking coffee, which was months ago, not far away ago. And I was like, interesting. It's a sour, okay. And I heard that coffees can be sour and bitter. And after some time, I drink all the time my coffee. Also, I purchase different, but every time it's bitter. And then I came back there, got again the espresso, and I was like, blah, because it was again sour. For me, it's like, I don't like the sour coffee. Sour coffee it's like, it went wrong, it went bad or something. I don't like it. So I don't really enjoy the taste of sour coffee. I like bitter coffee. If I want something sour, I squeeze half a lemon to my mouth. And here is water from our water well. So it's from tap. It's beautiful, amazing, drinkable. So, Mellow Greetings, and welcome back in another new episode. So let's sit down. Hope you enjoy it. Sit tight, make yourself comfy, bring some drink, maybe some nuts without salt and sugar, just dry roasted, just a handful, not more, and enjoy the ride. I just came back from work and I can see that nobody is here, outside, inside. So peaceful here, so silent. Enjoyment. Today, by the way, if you're interested, which you definitely are, how my keto or low carb diet goes, it goes well. Today for breakfast I took to work scrambled eggs with avocado and 30 grams butter, a lot of 30 grams butter I put inside. I made it 4 a.m. and I ate it 9 o'clock. So 5 hours it was in my locker. And I don't know, maybe I should put it in a fridge, but then maybe this was it. Well, I was gonna ask you if you know. When I ate it, I felt like not the best, like a weird feeling in stomach, like down here. And I was thinking maybe I should also take some veggie with it, like some, I don't know, just a handful of salad and maybe one tomato, cut it, have it in a bowl with it. I don't know. What do you think? How do you eat your breakfast? Like, I consider it as a breakfast kinda because I'm awake from these days 4 a.m. and I ate it like 9:30, 9:15. Around 9 I try to have the first meal to break the fasting, yeah, so after 16 hours. So I do 8:16. And it works for me well if it's like this, 5 p.m. to 9 a.m. It's just that I had like weird feeling after the meal. It's amazing, it tastes so good. It's just that, yeah, if I'm not overwhelming somehow the stomach with like, 4 eggs, 30 grams of butter and half of like 90 grams of avocado, like a big piece. And no, actually salad, nothing with it. So just wonder what your thoughts about it. Let me know down below in the comments, please. In the comment section, if you have any idea. And I was super full. I ate it after 9 o'clock and in 2 hours we had a lunch around 11 at work. And I just took like a piece of meat. We had smoked pork meat. And I was very full, but I was like, I gotta eat it, I'm here until 2 and then I have no food, so I just eat a piece. But I was super full, like 4 eggs, piece of butter and avocado. Stuffed for 4 hours very easily for me, in my case, like really. So cool. So cool. still guys think about like those electrolytes, like being on, if you know about keto, if you don't just check something about, it's interesting. You don't have to do it, but only just to that kind of, if you don't know. I was thinking about like electrolytes, if I want to refill them, like having more, although I try to have like variety on meals. Still I was thinking to have it, and I just can't on the internet properly find something properly. Like, I don't want to have all these, I don't want to have full of sugar, definitely. On keto, no sugar. On the other hand, I don't want to have artificial sweetener there at all. So it's hard to find something. I found something called keto, like kind of, it's been sweetened by stevia. It's cool, but it has like this. It contains like so many stuff, and it scares me always off because I just would like the 3-4 things. Now, what do you need? Sodium, magnesium, kalium. I don't know now, and like there's just so many stuff here. Not so much ultra processed, like so much additives, so much stuff added. Yeah, I don't want it. I just want few things, but I don't want to that it's so rich in carbs. This I don't want. So I was thinking, and now I'm searching days on the internet something what I could order and have. And yeah, I think I will try the one what I found today. Keto friendly, there is written. And it's stevia. It has a lot of stuff because there is also vitamin C and all that stuff. But I try just to have like more electrolytes. I have or what do you think? I have a magnesium separately now. I'm taking magnesium which has vitamin C and something else. I don't know what is the other thing. And salt. Sometimes I put little salt into the drink. Just little. When I work out, for example. So maybe it's enough. Maybe it's enough. What do you think? Let me know. How are you doing? Yeah, I'm quite sleepy. I didn't sleep last night. It was so hot, guys. It was like I woke up super sweaty. Like I had to change all the covers now. I just went to work straight away early in the morning, but I gotta change it because it was everything wet, so hot. This house, because I told you before, it has no de-isolation. It had the walls having 30 centimeters, and I tell ya, the whole year is like winter, okay, yeah, but it's cold, so we warm up the house. But then during summer, it's like we don't have air conditioning, but during summer it's like, because this summer here is like sometimes overnight you have like a 12 degree of Celsius. So of course you leave open windows, then the house is cold. When it's like outside 35 or almost 40 on the sun, the house is just boiling, and then you cannot sleep. And on the other day it's like again like so cold, so I closing the windows, or hey, like I was not talking to my girlfriend, hey, we should not leave the window so much open because it's actually, it's cold here. It's cold and warm, it doesn't have a temperature. But the house beside us, the parents' house, it's an old house. This is the one we reconstruct. You can see it in my Insta. I have a story there how was I kind of doing that thing with our uncle. But the old house there, it's like you go in. It's so the first floor is, because it has 2 floors. Like first floor and the second is more likely like an attic. But you enter the house when it's cold, let's say it's under 20 Celsius, 21 outside because it's rainy and windy. Some days we had it a week ago, like this. You go there and it's nice. It's not cold, it's warm. It keeps its temperature because there is still, let's say 23, 24 Celsius. I don't know, 20, I don't know really, but it keeps that. You know, like what is outside is inside there. This is something. We actually live like in nature. That's cool. Nature people. We are nature people because we have the same temperature inside as outside. Cool. We really need to do it. We would have it done already, the isolation. The problem is one, and this is money, because it will cost a lot. Yeah, we have to do outside the 1, 2, 3, 4 sides, and then cover it with something. Up is done, floor is done. We did that, but the bottom, the floor, we would like to do it more if it's possible, because the floor is isolated from here, from inside. Yeah, so we lift the floor when we've been building it. And under, if you go outside, there is a garage, like for cars, yeah. And so we can do it from there, like, and that's what we're planning to also do. First, we want to do these walls outside. When we save up something, we do it because it's really necessary. In winter, like, you know, we have a wood stove here. You know, who watch me, you know, guys, we have a wood stove. We make a fire, and but if you decide you go sleep like 9 p.m. then 2 a.m. it's cold in the house, kinda. So it's like you make it, let's say 25 Celsius before you go sleep. You stuff it with wood. You close all the chimney that it, you know, glowing inside only slowly the fire, and you go sleep. And I tell you, the morning depends how cold is outside there, but most of the time it's 80. We have here 18. If 25 we go sleep, so 7-8 degree go down very easily. It's the average during winter. And again, in the other house, nothing like this happening. So it does a lot, the isolation. Let me know how is your house, how is it built. Or if you live in an apartment and all is done, you just don't care. Or if you live in a very old apartment, like a big house, and you have an apartment and there's all the windows, when you have closed the window, but you have a curtain, and when outside is windy and you have closed window and you see the curtain moving. This is what we had in mind in our old house when I was as a kid living with my parents. I remember we had closed window, all window was closed. Outside was so windy and cold, and we were sitting like on the sofa watching TV, and we also saw like the windows, yeah, and there was the curtain, and the curtain was moving, and there was no closed like open door or something. We checked that really by the windows. It's like, and this is crazy. So let me know, maybe you have such an experience. Crazy. Are you excited, guys? For those of you who watching UFC fights, are you excited for Pereira and Roundtree? I gotta say, I'm a fan of Pereira, really. Alex Pereira, he's so cool. Such a humble and nice man, and a really cool guy. Like, you know, all the fighters, I believe, although I didn't meet them, are pro a few fighters which is like a little bit something else, because you see their attitude in a fight. And one of them is Pereira, because Pereira is like, he's special. And I like him, I follow him, I watch his journey, because it's really, really cool. Really cool, and so I'm excited. I definitely obviously think that he will win. And this fight, all around, he's a pro fighter, yeah. But excited. Are you watching UFC or not? I never watched that, because I tell you something. Some time ago, let's say 1 year ago, well, no, even I watch UFC maybe, guys, the last 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, 6 months, is, let's say this year, kinda, I just not watching, but it because I started like giving it an attention, because there was they started fighting light heavyweight, a man from the Czech Republic, Jirka Procházka, Yuri Procházka, maybe you know. He was the last opponent of Pereira, and I was like curious in his journey, because it's something, yeah. It's such a small country, he got into that, and very interesting. So I watched that. I didn't watch that. I watched only his fights and when he was. So I didn't really. But I started like looking at it differently, because what I tried to say before, for me UFC was more like a Conor McGregor. You know, like this explosion of emotion and and yelling and screaming, and I was like, that's a mess for me. I don't need to watch that. For me, that's not interesting. For me, some people like it, not me. When this was on YouTube video or somewhere else, I turned it off. I did not watch this face off on this, what they do, and no, how they speak to each other, what they do. No, it didn't interest me. So for me, it was UFC this, and this why I was like, that's not very good organization where there's like a proper fighters, and no, that's kind of messy. I'm sorry, I really didn't like it. No, and then I follow guy who was born in the same country like me, and by his speech, like what he had, like what I saw a year ago, or I don't know how many months ago, I saw myself in him years ago. You know, this spiritual journey and my traveling and all that, and Eckhart Tolle and all these wise words, and like I went through. I felt like I went through what he was going through, or going through now. So there was like a connection, and I felt like, hey, identifying. And I was watching him, and through him I found, for me, like a real master. Like, and this is Alex Pereira in martial arts. He's really cool, and I like him. I like to watch him. I like his fights. His focus. A lot to learn from him. Who you are a fan of? If you watch John Jones. Some of the fighters are really great, like Tom Aspinall now. You see, and now I know even names. Yeah, before no way. Now I know names because of the Yuri Procházka, I got in because there was somebody humble and polite and had good manners, and this I consider that time Procházka. And then I met Pereira, and I started looking at also all the other fighters, and here and there I watched it. So I watched all Pereira's fights back, like fights, the old ones, John Jones too, and Thomas Pinal too. Yeah. But Pereira is number one for me. Let me know down below in the comments if you watch it. Please, guys, let me know everything, how your life is going, and then hit the like button, press like button below the video, share, I don't know, on Facebook, on WhatsApp, or share it on other platforms with your friends, and subscribe if you did not subscribe yet. And if you want to support me more, in description there is my bank account, and I am very happy to receive some beautiful, amazing money out of love, heart, from you to me. Have a sweet day. See you tomorrow.